Hello and welcome to a new lesson in Linux. In this lesson we will be talking about the VMSTAT and the IOSTAT commands. First we will start with the VMSTAT. VMSTAT reports information about the process, the memory, the paging, the block input-output, the traps, and the CPU activity. First command we have here will be VMSTAT and then -A, and this command here will list active and inactive memory. As you see here, it displayed for you the information under swapped here. Swapped means the amount of virtual memory used, and in free, this is the amount of free memory, and in inact, this is the amount of inactive memory, and the active is the amount of the active memory, and SI over here is the amount of memory swapped in from a disk, and SO is the amount of memory swapped to a disk. And as you can see here, it's displaying other statistics about the system and the CPU. Now let's have our second command. It will be VMSTAT and then 5, or you can type any two numbers here, and this command will execute the VMSTAT 4 seconds and then stop automatically after 5 intervals. Let's see how it's done. When I press enter, as you see, it displayed the VMSTAT. After 4 seconds it will display the second one, then another 4 seconds it will display the third one, another 4 seconds it will display the fourth one, and another 4 seconds it will display the last one, which is the fifth. If you wanted to display it more than 5 times, then you will type the number here, and if you want the time between each interval to be more or less than 4 seconds, then you will type the number of seconds in here. Now to view the statistics in megabytes as size, you will type VMSTAT and then -T for 5, and here I have typed there will be a change here in the command. It will be VMSTAT -S and then capital M and then 5, and here 5, it means that I will make 5 intervals, and it will be a 2-second split between each interval and the other. I will press enter. Okay, here there is something wrong in the S. It should be capital, and enter. As you see, it will display for me the interval, each interval, 2 seconds between each one of them. As you can see here, it displayed for you the size in megabytes for each column in the memory, the swap, and all of the statistics are displayed in megabytes. Alright, now you can add a T option to the command VMSTAT to show the timestamp. You will type VMSTAT and then -T for 5, and of course here 5 because I'm making it 5 intervals and I want it to be 4 seconds between each interval, and enter. As you see here, it will show you the timestamp, the date, and the time. You can see there is 4 seconds between each one and the other. You can see over here and here. Now you can also view the disk statistics by the command VMSTAT. To view the disk statistics, type VMSTAT and then -D and enter. From here, if you go up, you will see that it gives you the reads and the writes and the inputs and outputs, and this is the information in size. And as you can see here, I have 2 hard disks, SDB and SDA, and here are their information. Now we have talked about the VMSTAT command. Let's talk about the IOSTAT command. We will use this command to display CPU and I/O statistics. So I will use IOSTAT by default. IOSTAT is not installed on the system. So if you don't have it on your system, to install it, you will type yum install and then sys and then another stat and press enter. But here I have it installed, so I will not install it. Now to display the CPU and I/O statistics by the command IOSTAT, you will type IOSTAT and enter. As you see here, it displayed for you information about the CPU, like the Linux kernel, the version, and the architecture over here. And here some other information about the input and the output. If you want to know the information by detail, the definitions of nice and system and IO wait, steal and idle, I will paste for you a command, a link here. It will be this link, and it will be added in the notes if you want to have a better look at it. Now to display the CPU statistics only, I will type IO stat -C and enter. This will display for me only information about the CPU, like this information over here, but without this part. And by this lesson we have talked about the VMSTAT and the IOSTAT command. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.